Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm on the road to 10k. How weird is that to say? I'd never in a bazillion years think that. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please do subscribe. It would help me out loads. Thank you very much. Right, so we're on finished pages, and actually I've got last month and the month before, because I'm pretty sure I didn't do a finished pages. This is the pile that I've got. I'll just start off from the top. They're not in any particular order. They have been moved around here and there. So the very first one that I've got is just from Fantasy Faces by Hannah Lynn, and this is one of the pocket sized books. And I'm slowly but surely making my way through this. I've done quite a few pages in here now, and I really enjoy just a smaller book. Sometimes it's just a little bite size when you don't know what to colour. I just pull this out and it takes me like a night, maybe like a night and a half. That's like a couple of hours of colouring to get it finished. Now most of this is alcohol marker based. I did use just pencils. I tell a lie, I can't remember what pencils that I used, and I only finished this the other night. I can't remember what pencils, but I did use pencils and alcohol marker. And then that glitter that you can see is the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, and I love how it turned out. Oh, and gouache in the background. There was loads of weird clouds and stuff. I left some of them, but yeah, I just added gouache, and I tried to do like an ombre. Oh, the camera's here, not up there. Tried to do an ombre, so going from light to dark. I still need to practice with the gouache, but I'm getting there. I didn't even bother shading the skin on this one, because like I said, I just wanted it to be an easy illustration to do. So that's my first one. It's actually one of my more recent ones, so it's not the first one of these last couple of months, but these are not in any order. We've got Coloriage Wild 6. I've not done one of these pages in some time. And I did the fish page, and of course I have to use loads of watercolour in these books. To me, they just cry out for watercolour because the paper is so good. I don't even know if it is watercolour paper, but it's so thick. It just takes it beautifully, and you can get some really interesting effects with this paper. And I did use polychromos for the hair, and then I know that I used Prisma for the skin. I'm not overly happy with how the skin turned out, but it is what it is. And I love how the angelfish turned out, and the colours, everything that I chose. And then the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens. The last video, or the video before, you might have seen that the pens exploded, and yeah, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. But since organising them and actually keeping them out on my desk in the corner, I tend to reach for them a little bit more, which is nice. If I see something and it's in arm's reach, when I'm sat here in the evening, I will use it. But if it's packed away in a drawer, I tend to forget about it a bit, and I'm going to try and do that a little bit more with my supplies. Just change them around, maybe put some stuff right in front of me that I've not used in a while, and you know, and do that sort of thing. And I've got a pegboard as well that I keep like my most used gel pens and paintbrushes in, which that's handy. But I could change them paintbrushes up for a different sort of pen to use more, maybe. So yeah, that's the Coloriage one that I've done. Really love them fish. I think they're really effective. So that's that one. We've got a Hannah Cowles on one. Is it Summer Nights? This, I always forget. I'm sure it's Summer Nights. Where's my little... Oh no, I didn't put a ticket in because it's right at the front. It's not that one. It's this one. And I did this one on film, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I did like showing you how I colour each thing, finished the rest off on camera, and then did the background as well. And then all this as well is acrylic paint, because the previous page was watercolour and it just went everywhere. So I thought to neaten it up, black acrylic would do the trick. And again, I really enjoy how this one turned out. And that's the Stickles completely dry, because I think I did mention in that video that I would show it dry because I wanted to get that video up, so I didn't want to wait. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And yeah, I put my actual name instead of my YouTube channel name like I normally do. And yeah, distress ink background. I will have the video linked somewhere up here in case you want to see how I did this. Yeah, look, no bleed through. There's a bit of yellow at the top. That's my fault for the Distress ink going over, but no bleed through technically. Can't fault the paper in this book either. And you can't go wrong with the Hannah Cowles on. You really, really can't. That's another artist that, if I don't know what to colour, let's just colour Hannah Cowles on. We've got a PDF now, and this is Mystic Art Mirrors. I'm going to keep saying this in this video, but I've not coloured her pages. If you look back, or you have watched any of my previous colouring pages in the past 6 to 12 months, I used to do a lot of these. And yeah, Distress ink again in the background. But did I use alcohol? Yep, I used alcohol markers to base the whole thing. And then I didn't even bother shading the skin on this one. All I did, I've probably not got it to hand. No, it's in my other one. But the smallest size Posca pen, I used that just to create just these dots. It did take some time, but that was quicker than me actually shading and doing the skin. I just wasn't in the mood. I did all the feather details and the moon first, then did the hair. And then I thought, I can't be bothered doing the skin, so let's just do something different. And then my simple Distress ink background in the background. I just use a cheap £1 spray bottle. Just hold it up pretty high and just tap it. I don't spray it, I just tap. And then that's the effect that I get. I get it every time and it always works, and it's just really effective, but simple, easy and quick to do. So that is Mystic Art Mirrors. It's pretty cool that, and the Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen in clear on the lips. This one is from the House of the Dragon official colouring book. Now I have got, let's move this out of the way, it printed off about a bazillion times because I was being impatient. So this is not on very nice paper, it's just printer paper, this. But yeah, so I'm keeping all of these in case I want to colour them. There's no point wasting them, but yeah, I've got backups of them in case I want to colour them again. Well, this one, no alcohol marker, and this is tan toned mixed media paper. See how thick it is, and it is really good quality. It's not cheap though, it's not cheap paper, so I do use it very, very sparingly. And trying to get this illustration onto my PC and to edit it was an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare. I tried to do corrections, and the span of the boot was showing, and you could see it in the transferred image, and yeah, I couldn't get it right, but luckily I did get Cyrax right. And this is all Prismacolor, and then we've got some Winsor & Newton ink that you can see like glittering, some acrylic metallic paint, that is the Chinese white Derwent drawing pencil, and I think that is it. Oh, and gouache. I did all the flames and stuff as well in gouache. That's why they're really, really vibrant, and I love how she turned out. And I'm pretty sure it's meant to be female because she lays eggs. But yeah, isn't it cool? And it's Monday, so it's House of the Dragon night tonight. I can't wait. Although I did see a massive spoiler earlier on. Trying my best to keep off social media on a Monday, but I clicked on YouTube and then somebody's video said in the title what like a major thing that happens. Oh, why do they do that? They should put spoiler free thumbnails on. It's really irritating. Right, so the next one is the Colouring Heaven Fantasy Pets Special. I did just buy this one for the handling stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the other illustrations, but I can't honestly see myself colouring any of these. There's one or two that I think, oh, that's quite nice, and you know, dragons and stuff, that's cute, but I mainly bought it for the handling, and I did the Dragon's Lure illustration. I didn't film any of this, I just did this on my own time. Most of this is alcohol marker. Now the trick with this paper is to put 2 or 3 pieces of printer paper between, and it's absolutely fine. I did actually use gouache as well, all here, so it has buckled ever so slightly. You can see the ripple in there, but it doesn't affect it. It's just, you know, if that bothered to put something heavy on the top or iron the page. But yeah, Prismacolor again for this. I even used Prismacolor for the hair, which I wish I hadn't done at the time, because them pencils are not very good for hair. They're just too soft. and then the dots are just the Posca pen. And I used as well for the slightly bigger dots because it's a bit better, this acrylic paint marker. I normally have this linked in my description. You get a pack of like 6 or 8 and they're proper cheap on Amazon, and I do really like them for like bigger dots, and I went round the crystals and stuff with them. But yeah, I love how she turned out. I didn't do loads and loads of shading again because I couldn't be bothered. I just did the bare minimum, but I think it's pretty cool anyway. I'm going to pop that one on Instagram. That is the Colour in Heaven one. Ooh, we've got another Hannah Curls on. Oh, I'm going to have to pause. It's like people are psychic and then I've hit record and they ring me. It's always the way. But another Hannah Curls on one, Magical Dawn. I actually dated this book, get me, when I first got it, June 19. That's when I first got this one. I think is it my first one? Yeah, it's my first one. So where's my tag? There it is. I tried to challenge myself with just like 2 colours. Well, technically, yeah, 2 colours. I was going to say 3 then, but I'm going to say 2. If you don't count the distress ink in the background. But like oranges and yellows. And just see how it would turn out. And yeah, it's alright. It probably would have looked better with maybe a pop of blue here and there, maybe blue leaves. I'm not sure whether I filmed any of this process. I'm not sure. I'm really lagging behind with being able to film, I'll be honest with you, with noise and people here and been having to be downstairs, and yeah, and then the night times I'm way too tired after dealing with Isabel to sometimes even sit here and talk. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I filmed any of this or I did this in my own time. But yeah, what do you think of this one? It'd be interesting. I might try it again, but do like a 3 colour challenge and maybe have loads of pencils out and try and pick them at random, or get Danny to pick them at random, and see if I can make it work. But yeah, that's another Hannah Calzon one that I've done in Magical Dawn. Another PDF, another Hannah Lynn PDF. Now this was, let me fix my chair. This was at the start of this month I think. And dots again in there. I've just been really enjoying doing dots apparently. And this was a really, really old for me PDF that I purchased on Etsy and just printed out the book at home on nicer paper. And I love that. I love that instead of colouring, and I hate that paper. I hate it with a passion actually, the Amazon printed paper. So I do really like having the PDF versions. I might do that on any future books that come out. I'll probably do that. But the sparkle that you can see and all around the edges is this pen. And I paid £3.50, £4 for this on its own. And I've noticed it was running out. It's like up to there. And I've got no backups. So I went onto Amazon. Which drawer is it? And I found this pack. And I think it was £11 at the time of me buying it, which was about a month ago. And this is a pack of, is it 10? Is it 10? Let me just check. There's quite a few in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 in here. So 12 for like £11 something it was when I paid for like £3.50, £4 for that on its own. But all the other colours were loads more expensive, like £20, £30 per box. So it was just really lucky that this is my favourite colour and it was cheap at the time. I will try and find the link and link it in the description for you. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it's just as cheap still. But I've got a funny feeling that it won't be. Oh, let me go back. But yeah, how cute is she? I love the colours that I chose. I did very bare minimum with the skin. Just added a bit of blush just to add with the flowers. The blizzard, I really enjoyed doing that. I've even done dots on that as well. And I added tattoos as well. She didn't originally have them. I added tattoos on her arm, which I've pretty sure I've never ever done before. I'm not overly confident with my own drawing skills. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that again, but with a better pen. Because if I zoom you right in, you can really see it was running out. And then it was working, and then it was running out. So it does look a bit... So I could do better next time. Get a better black pen. I can't tell you what PDF that is as well, because like I said, I downloaded it years ago, and for some reason you can't re-download them after so long on it, so I don't know why. We've got a Kirby one. I've got 2 Kirby ones actually this month. I'm hoping that I finish both of them off. Let's see. I've not tagged it for some reason, which is making me think that I haven't finished it. Now this is probably, oh yeah, I have. This is probably my least favourite out of the Kirby books. I'm trying my best to learn to love it. Test page. I do believe he's coming out with a new book after saying that this was his last one. So hooray for that. I'm hoping that I like that a bit better than this one. But I've got 2 copies of this, so I'm determined to do pages in it. I did all this in watercolour. Yes, I most certainly did, because you can see it's buckled a lot. The paper's different in this one than the other ones. It's not as good, and there is some slight bleed through. But yeah, all watercolour and a bit of pencil over the top. And I went for like a really grungy, like he's really dirty because he's been out battling all day, that sort of thing. He's not like an alien astronaut. And yeah, I think he's pretty cool. I did share this on Instagram, I want to say, and I think it's pretty cool how it turned out. And then, what did I put? Oh, that, can you see it shining? Again, let me go in my drawer and see if you can see it. Yeah, it is this gel brilliant gloss. So I put a couple of layers over the top of that. It gives it a nice like plasticky texture almost. But because it was like meant to be glass or plastic, it gives it that shiny appearance. And I did it over this machine as well. Is it meant to be a machine, that? Yeah. Yeah, to make it look like it's shiny. And then did loads of white detailing everywhere. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And it turned out how I envisioned it when I was flicking through this book, and I thought, oh, I'll do that one. It did turn out how I thought. Like this one here, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It didn't turn out at all how I wanted it to. So yeah, it's an interesting book. It's very detailed. And I'll definitely work towards doing another couple of pages. Maybe just single pages for now, like this one, and not daunt myself with a double page spread. But yeah, that is the Alien World by Kirby Roseanne. Well, I've just done that, I might as well just pull this one out. This is the Confirmation. I can never say that word. It's the book that's all the books together, and these took a couple of pages. Confirmation. Can't say it. Let's see which I did, because I've not tagged it apparently. Again. Why have I just pulled this out to work on it this month and then didn't? I've got a funny feeling that's what it was. Oh no. It was this one, my Pegasus. No, my camera probably needs moving up. You can just about see both pages there. I did film some of this actually. I did film watercolour, what's that stuff called? Extreme Glitter Mod Podge. You see at the bottom how shiny it is. Now this is the 3rd time that I've done this page. Let me go and get the other 2 to show you. Look, like I kept them quite handy. So this is in Mythomorphia. Well, they're both in Mythomorphia. I've got 2 copies of Mythomorphia. Yeah, so that's my recent one. That's the one that I did before this one. And that's got the Mod Podge Extreme Glitter all over it. And I love the feeling of this page. It's just a thick and plasticky feeling. And yeah. And then we've got, it's more at the front, isn't it? And then this is the first time that I did it, that I was determined to get better with watercolour. So practice makes perfect. So if I just show you. So that's the watercolour one I first did. And that's the second watercolour one that I did. And then don't get me wrong, there's a couple of years between these 2 pages, but I can massively see a difference. And I'm really happy with how much that I've improved by just watching YouTube videos, reading books, and just trying to sort of teach myself how to do it. And yeah, you get frustrated, everybody does. And most of that is acrylic paint on that one. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. I don't think I've got any more of this illustration left to do again, like in another 2 or 3 years time, to see how much I've improved again. But it'd be nice to do. But yeah, that's my, put it down. Pegasus pages. I love the colours. My wall's actually this colour. It's like a go-to colour. And then Galaxies, I always do that colour because it's just, that's what seems right. We've got another Hannah Calzone one. These are not my favourite. I don't like the layout of them. I prefer the old ones. I wish you'd go back to the old ones. Bigger. I like the paper better as well. But I did this illustration. I'm pretty sure as well that I have already shared this on Instagram. And this was like, not last month, the month before. And Distress Ink again. And the dots. You see, I go through phases of liking things. And then I won't touch it again for a couple of months. And then I'll come back to it. Yeah. So that's that one. I don't really have much to say about that because it was a little while ago now. I can take the tag out of that because I'm not sharing it. And I could probably take the tag out of that one as well because I'm not sharing that one. But yeah, still Hannah Calzone boots. I still love them because they're Hannah Calzone, but they're not my favourite. Would you believe it? Another Hannah Calzone one with no tagging. Oh, again, have I just pulled this out now? Because I know I've previously done the frog. No, I've done the octopus before. Which one is it? Oh, it's the seahorse. Of course. I did damage the page ever so slightly at the top there with taking the tape off. But again, going around with the white border. Watercolour is a dream. It's just dead. I just found it dead easy now and dead quick and relaxing. I do. The only thing I don't like about watercolour sometimes is the amount of time that you have to wait for things to dry. You could use a heat gun, but then your page will go woo. So I don't like using it all that often. I think that's another one that I did in this, and that was a busy page. That did take me a while. But I think what I'm going to do is find a more open page in a Hannah Calzone book and show you exactly how I use the super granulating watercolours. These are not them. I saw a comment on my Instagram this afternoon that I'm terrible for reading comments, and someone said would I show them how to use it, and they weren't super granule watercolours that I used on that illustration in particular. It was just normal ones because my collection is like 5 paints that I've got because they're super expensive. I would like to get some more, maybe on my birthday. But I think I'll make a more detailed how I do the background, these sort of backgrounds, because I find them so relaxing. I'm sort of repeating myself, but yeah, just really nice to do. And 9 times out of 10 they do turn out nice. It's just having the confidence to put a load of water all over your colouring boots. That's the main thing to get over. Once you get over that, then you know you're fine. Just chuck a load of paint on it and it always works out. Well, it does for me anyway, most of the time. I've got 2 pages left, and I've just got a Pokemon page as well that I want to share. So even though it looks like I've done loads and loads, but this is over 2 months. A page that I started and not come back to. This one, I love how this one turned out. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. And what is it with me and like the oranges and pinks lately? I'm just going to have to change my lights because this is not true. There we go, that's a bit truer. But yeah, I absolutely love, and I'm determined to finish this book off. This is going to be one that I finish off in a couple of years. I know that sounds like a long time away, but it does take a while. It does take a while, and I can't just work it in one book because it'd do me nothing. Distress ink again for the background. I've done so many videos on distress inks, how I create this sort of effect. And let me just check. No alcohol marker. So it's just all pencil work, and you can actually see I need to do it myself. I need to put some scrap paper here because that's transferring over, so I'm using hard pressure and it's making it transfer. But yeah, I think that's one of my favourites actually of this month. I just love the pinks, oranges and yellows together. I think they just go together beautifully, and I use like a hint of purple to make shadows. So let me know in the comments as well which was your favourite from these past couple of months. And then I think this was just like a whip that I had for ages, and I found, oh no, it's still a whip. I've still not finished it. So that needs to go back on my pile to do list. Yeah, it's this one. I've just done the background and filled that in as well with distress ink. And yeah, I need to come back and do that. Or was that Inktense? Might have been Inktense. It won't even take me that long. I think because they go under the stack of books that I got, I forget, and then I start a new page, and then it just happens again at the end of the month. I go, oh, I forgot about that, and then I do it again next month. So this is my Pokemon book. I just do this for fun because I like drawing Pokemon. Technically I don't draw them. I've got a couple of books and I just trace them. Don't come for me. But when I just want to sit here and listen to an audio book, or if I've got a YouTube video on, I don't really want to mega concentrate, so I'm just trace it and transfer it onto this paper. This is a scrapbook from Not the Works, Hobbycraft, that I got, and I did Entei, so that's my second or third legendary that I've done. I even actually used this paper to swatch. I haven't done it on my previous ones. I quickly flip through because I'm really proud of this. Even though I haven't drawn them technically, they've traced, I still really like them, and I like how I colour them. So my Eevee Evolutions, Charmander, Squirtle is my favourite by far. Bulbasaur. Eevee's my favourite Pokemon, but that's my favourite illustration, that's what I meant. Togepi, Lugia, and then we've got Entei. And I think I want to do Mewtwo next, or maybe work on the 2 other dogs, I don't know. But they're quick to do, and I really get loads of enjoyment out of doing them. I'm dead proud, and I show my husband as well because he likes Pokemon. Not as much as me, but still. Yeah, that's my little Pokemon book. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's not too long for you to watch. And like I said, let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. And please, please, please do subscribe. I'm at, I think, 9,600, I think, so, or around that number. So I'd really, really like to push to get to that 10,000. Hopefully next month or the month after. Or am I pushing it there? Maybe. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll try and link as much as I can in the description for you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!